Well, here comes your video for tonight. I got a political one for you. I am a happy boy because Donald Trump is officially my president. I was afraid right up until the end that it wasn't going to happen. I thought maybe the Electoral College will screw him over like the Dems have been calling for. I thought that maybe there will be some kind of assassination. Maybe he'll be brought up on pun very much intended, trumped up fake charges of something or another. Like, I just really thought they were going to pull out all the stops. The establishment would pull out all the stops to do anything in their power, whatever it took, to keep us from getting our president. But Donald Trump's the president. And I want to hearken back to this moment from April 2011. When President Obama was ragging on Trump. Do you guys remember this?
Someone should get to the bottom of that. And I know just the guy to do it. Donald Trump is here tonight. Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing? What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac?
Now look at the smarmy look on Obama's face and take notice of the fact that he never makes eye contact with Donald Trump.
All kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. For example, no, seriously, just recently in an episode of Celebrity Apprentice, at the steakhouse, the men's cooking team did not impress the judges from Omaha Steaks. And there was a lot of blame to go.
Oh, and now I wanted to pause it right there with that camera flash. Let's see if I can go back.
And there was a lot of...
You see that look? You see this? Now, you could interpret that smile in a couple of ways. But if you ask me, that's not the smile of a man who's amused by the jokes he's hearing. He's Pepe facing right there. That's a smug Pepe face. And why? Because even back then he was anticipating this moment.
Every 4 years we gather on these steps to carry out the orderly and peaceful transfer of power. And we are grateful to President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama for their gracious aid throughout this transition. They have been magnificent. Thank you.
He doesn't look so smug now, does he? In fact, he looks pretty damn pissed off, doesn't he? And what I love the most is that immediately after thanking Obama, basically for not destroying our democracy and trying to hang on to power or refusing to leave office, basically for allowing the democratic transition of power from one administration to another. Something you really shouldn't even have to thank a president for, an outgoing president for. Immediately after doing that, he begins talking about what a shitty president he was. Let's listen.
Today's ceremony, however, has very special meaning because today we are not merely transferring power from one administration to another or from one party to another, but we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people.
So that's a pretty clear and unambiguous statement right there. He's essentially saying that for the 8 years that Obama was in power, the people had no voice in Washington, and under his administration, that's going to change.
For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government while the people have borne the cost. Washington flourished, but the people did not share in its wealth.
Bravo, bravo. I mean, you guys have all seen it. Unlike Obama's little final farewell press conference that he did, which nobody fucking saw. But everybody watched this moment right here. Everybody watched this with rapt attention. And man, let's just go back to Obama's face, because it's so priceless. You could tell he never thought he would be seeing this.
Transition. They have been magnificent. Thank you.
Look at the visible butthurt on this face. Where's the smug motherfucker from this video here? What happened to this guy? What happened to this smug guy right here? And then this absolutely delightful moment happened.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama.
Introduced for the first time ever in the United States of America, Donald.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
We will face
There's so much potential for beauty and for devastation. In this one moment, it's just almost incomprehensible that they can exist right now. So,
and we are grateful
so
to
close.
President Obama.
Did you notice that one of the protesters had a picture of Benito Mussolini back there? The leader of the Italian fascist party? I mean, what the fuck? You see, like, so the first time I watched this, okay, this video right here, the first time I watched this, I was just confused. I was like, why would somebody be this upset, this disproportionately upset about Donald Trump becoming president? I mean, like, this agonized scream. You would literally think that the Gestapo was knocking on this person's door to drag her out into a boxcar and take her to a forced labor camp, or take her to, like, a wall to be shot or something, you know? Like, to be this, like, just devastated and upset. And I mean, she seems like terrified and heartbroken. And, you know, I was thinking about it. And then I realized, I figured out what's going on. It's because she really does believe that. This is what mainstream media propaganda really does to people. I mean, she really believes that Trump is going to be like Hitler. She really believes that we're going to live in like this dystopian fascist state now. Let's just watch it again, because it's so fucking good.
Of the United States, President
First time ever any America, Donald.
Oh man.
So sorry.
Oh man. What? I swear, like, is liberalism like a mental disorder? This just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense for somebody to be this upset. Unless you just, like, literally don't listen to anything but CNN and, like, you believe everything they say is the absolute truth. Like, I mean, this person right here, she must really believe. She must honestly believe that there's going to be, like, a Holocaust under Trump. She must think that she must think that there's going to be like 1990s Yugoslavia style ethnic cleansing now, or I just can't understand being this fucking pissed off. One more time, just one more time.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time.
I've watched it like 15 times, and it never stops being funny. Oh, God. Oh, I've got to compose myself. And there's fucking Benito Mussolini. That's it. We're in Axis power now. Oh, man. Oh, it's just too much. It's just too fucking much. Trump warned us that this would happen. He said, it's only going to get better, and you're going to say, please, please, Trump, we can't win anymore. It's too much. We can't handle it, but we're going to keep winning. I'm going to say, no, you've got to keep winning. And he was right. I can't handle it. I can't handle this much winning.
To my world, I am so sorry to my world.
I'm so sorry to my world. It's the end of everything. It's the end of the world. It's the end of America. Oh no, we're all going to the internment camps now. The Gestapo are coming to shoot us. No. Oh my goodness gracious. I just I mean, look, okay. Unlike most people on YouTube, even though, they won't fucking admit it now, I knew Obama was going to suck from the get-go. Before he was elected for his first term. Back when everybody was saying, everybody had Obama fever. They're, oh, this is going to be so great. He's going to be the best president ever. I knew he was going to suck. I knew it then, and I said it. And I'm glad to be on the right side of history. Unlike so many others. I'm not going to name names, but unlike so many others here. But here's the thing, though. Even though I knew he was going to suck, even though I was thinking to myself, like, okay, black socialist president, and, I'm a straight white guy, so, okay, so life is going to get a little bit shittier for me. He's probably going to enact some policies that won't, make my lot in life any better. So, I wasn't happy. But this reaction right here, I mean, my lord. I'm sorry. I know I'm just wasting time, but one more.
Is now President of the United States. President Obama.
It's a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Oh, my sides. Oh, man, it's not just a meme anymore. They really hurt. I don't know if they're really in orbit, but it hurts. Okay. All right. Let's move on with the video. No, one more.
President of the United States, President
Oh, man. Oh, this person deserves to be famous. Do we know her name yet? Does anybody know this woman's name yet? Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh. It hurts, but I can't stop. Okay, all right. No. Let's move on with the video. Let's move. I never should have showed this clip. I knew it would just derail the whole video. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Okay, I gotta get this off the screen because I'm just gonna keep laughing. Okay. But let's move on. Let's move on. So let's. Oh, this isn't helping. All right, but let's talk about the Barron Trump stuff that's going on. Okay. So Rosie O'Donnell, got into a little bit of hot water for retweeting a video that suggests that Barron Trump has autism, and she said, "Oh, this is great. Maybe if Barron Trump has autism, it'll bring more attention to that problem." And it's hard to judge her too harshly for making that statement because she herself is the parent of an autistic child. Yet, nevertheless, we kind of know she was deliberately taking a low blow there. And she's since not only removed the tweet, but made her Twitter private. So she's gotten her comeuppance for this. By the way, this fucking picture right here. I mean, they make fun of Trump for being too orange. Holy shit, she looks like a greasy chicken McNugget. Look at this patch of pink skin up here, and then the rest is just like... This is melanoma. What the fuck is going on? Jeez. Anyway, man, that's nightmare fuel right there. But I don't want to talk about Rosie, though. I want to talk about this Katie Rich, this SNL writer, Saturday Night Live writer, who and by the way, this has to explain why Saturday Night Live hasn't been funny since the fucking 90s. With like Wayne's World and shit. I mean, they've just sucked ever since, and like it's just become one of these legacy shows like The Simpsons that's jumped the shark like decades ago, but we can't seem to fucking get rid of it because it's such a American institution now. They're just gonna keep making it forever, no matter how bad it gets. Well, this Katie Rich. So she said Barron will be this country's first homeschool shooter. Now, I can't even begin to point out what's wrong with this. First of all, I'm not going to jump in with the moral high horsing and the fact that he's an innocent 10-year-old kid, even though he is an innocent 10-year-old kid. But the real crime here is that this is a professional comedy writer who wrote this shit, and it's not fucking funny. I mean, like, she missed a great opportunity for a joke. If she would have just said the country's first prep school shooter, right? The country's first private school shooter. Then it would have been funny, but like homeschool shooter? It's like weird Christian fundamentalists that do homeschooling. That's not a rich kid thing. Like she's fucking mixing metaphors. It's not even fucking funny. It's just one of those things where you're kind of scratching your head like, what? How the fuck does that even make sense? Homeschool shooter? Don't you mean like preparatory school shooter or the fucking military academy shooters? Someplace where rich kids go? Um, it doesn't like fucking Donald Trump has time to homeschool. What the? It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Um, but of course it's important. It's in horrible fucking taste to talk that way about a 10-year-old kid. This reminds me of the remarks that Inmendum was making about Jesus Freak's daughter Stephanie, and how JF was so worried that she was gonna go on YouTube and see this shit, and it would affect her self-esteem. And I'm sure that she probably did. Of course she did. And of course Barron Trump is gonna fucking see this shit. So you can't keep a kid off the fucking internet. He's a 10-year-old kid. Of course he's getting on the fucking internet. He's gonna see this. And he's going to internalize this the way only a child can, and fucking fixate on it, because he's going to become preoccupied with this idea that maybe there's something wrong with him, or maybe he has some kind of problem because, hey, this adult right here thinks he does, and adults are always right in the mind of a kid, right? So this is just fucking deplorable bullying. I mean, it's disgusting that she fucking did this shit. And yeah, she took the tweet down. Unlike Rosie, she didn't retreat from Twitter. But I really hope this bitch gets fired. Not just because she's just a horrible, mean bully for fucking doing this. She's picking on this fucking kid. But because she doesn't have a fucking funny bone in her damn body, and she's employed as a comedy writer, and okay, so first of all, here's her Wikipedia right here, which is very short, and I'm just gonna read this, okay, just so you can see what an SJW stereotype this person is. Rich began her career at Chicago's I.O. Theater, where she was part of an opening act called the Katydids, a group composed of 6 women whose nicknames were derived from Catherine. Oh, it's hilarious! They're all named Katie, and they're the Katydids. Oh, women are just so good at comedy. They are. During her time at I.O., Rich also performed in a sketch show that she created with fellow comedian Kate Duffy called The Mary Kay Letourneau Players Present. Oh, look out, Sarah Silverman. You're on notice. She left I.O. to join the Second City, a comedy troupe which she toured with for 3.5 years before moving to its main stage cast. Well, in the main stage cast, Rich performed in the show South Side of Heaven, among others. In December 2013, Rich was hired to write for Saturday Night Live. Obviously because they wanted to hire a chick. She was recommended for the job by SNL cast member Cecily Strong, a friend of Rich's who was her understudy during her time at Second City. Rich is one of 4 writers who work exclusively on SNL's Weekend Update segment. In 2015, she, along with her fellow Saturday Night Live writers, was nominated for a Writers Guild Award for Comedy Variety. Oh, man. In addition to her work on, and we'll get to why that's pathetic in a minute, don't worry. In addition to her work on Weekend Update, Rich has appeared in the films Ice Harvest and Bad Johnson, as well as in commercials for Discover Card and Walmart. So she's a shill, too. She's doing commercials for fucking Discover Card and Walmart. Bad Johnson, by the way. What is this? Oh, hilarious concept here. It's a movie about a guy whose penis comes to life and starts talking to him. It's like Rich is a sex addict who ruins every relationship through infidelity. He wishes that his penis would leave him alone. He wakes up one day to find his penis has taken on human. So basically straight white male bashing, exactly what you would expect. Personal life. Rich studied at Carl Sandburg High School before earning her degree at Northwestern University. She currently splits her time between New York City and Chicago. In July 2015, Rich married Devlin Murdoch, a programs director for Recovery on Water, a rowing club for breast cancer survivors. Rich revealed in a speech at Peace Love's May 2015 Peace of Mind speaker series that she suffers from anxiety and panic disorder. Okay. Yeah, so you're more likely to be a fucking shooter. Fuck you. And of course, the controversy over her barren bullying is like the third segment of her short little Wikipedia stub here. So I mean, I kind of have to assume she's done this in part for the notoriety that she's not getting for her piss poor comedy writing skills. And yeah, I said I was going to get to why it's pathetic that she was nominated for some kind of comedy award. Here's why. So if you type Katie Rich into a YouTube search and just pick any fucking result that comes up, and I'm making the point here that, like, I don't have to cherry pick to prove how bad she sucks at her job. I don't have to cherry pick at all. Like, I don't have to find the unfunniest video because they all suck. Like, let me just pick one at random here and you'll see what I'm talking. Like, she's got no skills at all.
Welcome back to Garbage Time from the Comic Strip Live in New York City. Our next comedian.
Oh, we're buffering. Son of a bitch.
Writer for SNL's Weekend Update. Guys, give a big round of applause for Katie Rich.
Hi, everybody.
Since you're a Weekend Update writer,
Yeah.
I figured, and also since...
Shit. Okay, well, my internet's not cooperating with me right now, so I'm not going to play her horrible comedy. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll play just a little bit. But I encourage you guys to check it out and see how bad she sucks. I mean, really, like this... like, if people are going to start a letter writing campaign and send in emails to the producers of Saturday Night Live to fire her and get her to lose her job, and I hope you do. I really hope people do this, like some are already talking about on social media. But don't just do it because she bullied an innocent 10-year-old kid. Do it because she's not fucking funny. I mean, she's fucking horrible.
Literally, I printed them out and it says jokes at the top. So. It's on, I didn't even realize this. It's on 3-hole punch paper.
Your trapper keeper?
Like a loser.
'Cause you are.
Are you going to hold yours up and just read it? Because that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, cover your face, please.
I hope Lauren's watching.
I hope he's not.
Peyton Manning became the all-time leading passer this weekend, then threw 4 interceptions and got benched for Brock Osweiler. People are talking to Peyton like they would a woman who they're not sure is pregnant. Congratulations. Aren't you too old for this?
This actually is a great follow-up to that. A Maryland woman who was going into labor was robbed as she headed to the hospital. I'm assuming of her body and career goals.
By the way, do you hear the reaction from the audience? Hold on, let me just fucking go back. Listen to this.
Was robbed as she headed to the hospital. I'm assuming of her body and career goals.
Like, it's just this mix of forced polite laughter and just people, like, face-palming. That's all she fucking... And of course there's got to be, like, a feminist fucking flavor to every one of these stupid-ass, unfunny jokes that she does for the entire thing. I'm not going to play this whole fucking thing. I'm not going to subject my audience to this. But the point is, if you just go down the list, if you just... If you just type Katie Rich into a YouTube search and just click on any of these fucking videos, they're all horrible. They're all just so, like, I mean, you'll really understand why Saturday Night Live fucking sucks anymore and why it hasn't been funny in years. But you know, as far as her bullying Barron Trump, I have to say this. This has provoked the outrage in me that the Chicago kidnapping just couldn't. And I don't understand why, because the Chicago kidnapping was horrible. I mean, this innocent, retarded guy gets brutally fucking tortured and cut up, and they dig a piece out of his scalp and shove his head in a fucking toilet, and they're putting out cigarettes on him and shit. I mean, just horrible stuff. But somehow, I mean, maybe it's just the fact that he wasn't as young as Barron. It's a fucking 10-year-old kid, you sick liberal fucks. What the fuck is wrong with you people? What the literal fuck? And it seems like, I guess just like white male children are becoming fair game in the U.S. for these SJWs. Like that's the new target is kids. Like why don't you save your outrage and indignation for white men? Remember when white men were the bad guys? Why is it white boys now? Why don't you leave the kids alone? Fucking save your outrage for me. Send some of it my way. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm fucking 37 years old, you fucking cowards. Leave Barron Trump alone. He's a fucking kid. He's emotionally insecure. He's fucking developing. You people are fucking jackals, and it makes me sick. And people weren't doing the same kind of shit to Obama's daughters. Like, yeah, there was the fucking time when one of them got their picture taken, like, smoking a blunt or whatever, and people talked about it for 5 minutes. But you didn't hear right-wing comedians. You didn't hear, like, Steven Crowder saying, like, oh, Obama's daughter is going to be the first presidential kid to go to jail for smoking crack or some shit like that. You know, like there was a line that wasn't crossed. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I guess Barron Trump doesn't get the same kind of respect because his dad's rich, and God forbid he's fucking white and he's male, and to the best of our knowledge, straight. So he's that axis of evil that America fucking hates, right? Fuck you, jackals. I really hope this bitch loses her damn job. I really want to see Katie Rich on the breadline for doing this shit. I'm so fucking damn upset. I gotta make myself feel better. I need a good laugh after all that horrible failed comedy.
Trump is now president of the United States. President Obama.